Welcome to the Staples Advantage UOM training for physical inventory purposes, or SAU-OM-TF-PIP for short. Let's stick with UOM training, shall we? This training is designed to help you perform an accurate count during physical inventory. Besides knowing how to actually count, accurate knowledge of UOM is the single most important skill you can have during a physical inventory. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's answer some basic questions first. What is UOM? Why is UOM so important? How can you determine the correct UOM? What do you do if you're not sure? What is the meaning of life? Whoops, sorry, that's for another video. So, what does UOM stand for? Anybody? No, it's not ugly old monkey. It stands for unit of measure. And what is unit of measure? Every time a customer orders something from Staples, that customer specifies a quantity that they wish to buy. If the customer wants paper, for example, they tell us how much paper they want to buy. But let's say the customer tells us, "Hey, I'd like some paper. I'll take 20. Do you see something missing here? If you're Staples, you want to know 20 what exactly? Sheets? Reams? Cases? Pallets? That is what unit of measure is. Basically, it's how we sell one of something to our customer. We don't sell paper by the sheet to our customers, so we don't have a sheet UOM. But we do sell it by the ream and by the case. So we do have UOMs of ream and case. And we can apply the same UOM to more than one product. We sell cases of paper, cases of water, cases of detergent, cases of monkeys, etc. No, wait, we don't sell monkeys. Not yet, anyway. So, UOM sounds pretty simple, right? Although it is simple much of the time, it can also get a bit confusing at times. Before we consider some of the more common units of measure used here at Staples, as well as some examples that could leave you a bit confused, let's answer our second question. Why is understanding the correct UOM so important? Well, let's say you saved money all your life, and so far you have $83,498.55. Now, instead of keeping it in the bank, you decide to keep it in a shoebox under your bed. One day you discover your shoebox is stolen. No worries, the police nabbed the robber and recovered your box. Now you need to make sure the money is still all there. So you count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what are you counting? Bundles? Bills? Coins? Since you really want to know if you still have $83,498.55 or not, you will need to count all of those things. Bundles, bills of different denominations, and the coins too. But if you count a penny as a $20 bill, you'll end up thinking you're a millionaire. On the other hand, if you count each bundle of $20 bills as being a mere toonie, you'll feel like an ugly old monkey. You need to count each unit of measure, bundles, bills, coins, etc., separately, and then add up their value to be sure you have all your stash. Likewise, Staples has a stash of money in each building, but it's in the form of pens, paper, furniture, and urinal pucks. But even those items can have different units of measure. Our customer can buy one pen or one box of pens. When we count 1, 2, 3, 4, we have to be sure we're counting according to the correct UOM. Otherwise, two things can happen. Staples will think they're richer than they really are, or poorer than they really are. Both are bad situations that can be avoided with an accurate physical inventory using correct units of measure. how can you determine the correct UOM? Let's consider a few of the common units of measure that we use here at Staples. Every unit of measure is represented with a code. EA means each. So if individual pens can be sold to our customers, or individual iPads, or eventually individual monkeys, then the UOM EA will be used. When counting, you need to count each individual piece. BX means box. We may sell boxes of paper clips or boxes of elastics. When counting 1, 2, 3, 4, you are counting boxes and not individual paper clips or elastics. DZ means dozen. Now it gets interesting. We may sell the same pen by the EA, or each, and also by the dozen, or DZ. Plus they're probably packaged in a box. But if the UOM is designated as DZ, then you are counting 1, 2, 3, 4 individual dozens of pens. Your count of 10 DZ will really amount to 120 pens. But the number you are reporting is 10 because there are 10 dozen pens. PD means pad. RM means ream. PR means pair, like a pair of bookends, for example. PK means pack. RL means roll. ST means set. CT means carton. KT means kit. TB means tube. So how do you determine the correct unit of measure before you start counting? For the most part, you can find the UOM clearly indicated on the location label, right here. From time to time, you may run into some tricky situations. For example, Staples sells desks. Since they are sold individually, they would have the UOM of EA, or each. But you could be at that location and notice that there are boxes there of different sizes. One desk, or one each, may have all the parts of that one desk packaged in 2 separate boxes. What are you going to do now? I can see the math happening in your head right now. 1 plus 1 equals 1? In this case, yes. 2 boxes are needed to make up 1 or each desk. So if you count a total of 12 individual boxes at this particular location, 6 of each size, it would mean that you have 6 desks, or 6 each. In other situations, you may go to a location where the UOM is BX, or box. But you notice that you have boxes of an item in bigger boxes, and perhaps even those boxes are in even bigger boxes. Which size box, or BX, should you be counting? In some other cases, the UOM may be BX, and you find a product in round plastic packaging, and further packaged in a traditional cardboard box. Which do you count? That brings us to our final question. What do you do if you're not sure of the unit of measure? First and foremost, do not just give it your best guess. You have to be sure before proceeding. And the only way to do that is to ask someone who is familiar with that particular product's UOM. Ask your supervisor or aisle captain. We cannot emphasize this enough. Ask. Think of that stash of money in the shoebox. You want to be 100% sure it's all there. When you are not 100% clear on the correct UOM, asking someone again and again and again so that you're sure will never be annoying. Staples will be happy that you asked. So what are the answers to our main questions? What is UOM? It stands for unit of measure, and it is how we sell one of something to our customers. Why is UOM so important? It allows us to accurately determine the value of what is in our building. How can you determine the correct UOM? It's clearly written on the location label. What do you do if you're not sure? Ask a supervisor or aisle captain. Remember to be very conscious of units of measure and have a happy, productive, and accurate physical inventory, everyone. And thanks for your hard work.